Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone loved some of that jizz music. I
Good
still think,
morning.
I still
Really
think it is.
upbeat.
Yeah.
Get us waking up.
So I should start by saying off stream. Abby and I, we usually talk a little bit about what the podcast is going to be before stream, and then we went on a tangent because, of course, we do.
Huh?
We get on that, and we spent like 15 minutes talking about tarot cards and Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because now again, no shitting on this creator because the art is amazing. I found
Art
this
is
art
very
on
good.
TikTok, right? About um how they like the characters that they would put in for like the major arcana, for Star
Yeah.
Wars. Because again, you
Yeah.
have so many characters in Star Wars to choose from. So it's like it didn't even register to me how good it would be for them to have their own tarot deck. Like it's
Yeah.
genius. But the what got us on our tangent is what they use for the tower, which is technically the worst card you can get in the deck,
Yeah.
right? Because
Everyone wants to think it's like the devil or death or something, and that's far from the truth.
no, because the devil I think is supposed to be like the trickster or like warning you of like deception, stuff like that.
Mm.
But the death card isn't necessarily bad. It's just like the start of
It's
something
not
new. The end,
literal. It's
yeah,
rarely literal. I've had a friend that was trying to master divination,
yeah,
and they were telling me that out of like a couple of hundred mini practice runs with divination, they only had probably about 3 where death came up that actually meant death.
yeah. Because it's
Everything else was a change.
yeah. I was about to say it's just an ending. It's like a small, not I shouldn't say small, but it is an ending of something or
Hmm.
someone, but an ending. The tower is the absolute destruction of something, so you can rebuild it as something else. And that is by far the worst card because sometimes you're not ready for how bad the destruction is because it's like
It's kind of catastrophic,
it is,
is probably the
especially if you get it
best way to
upright.
describe it.
Yeah, because it's the upright. If you get it upright, that's the worst. If it's like upside down, that means it's already been destroyed and you're rebuilding something, which is
Right.
nice. But getting it upright, God bless.
Mm.
God bless. Um, and who was that character for the tower that you just hated so much?
I I I think I had previously sent you a video about it where it's just like, oh, someone was working on it. Here's their current character. It was one of the Arcana, and I'm just like, hey, cool. That I can see that being in the Arcana. And then this one had more cards featured in it because it was actually like kind of featuring that the deck's complete, it's in production, it's up for sale kind of situation. And in the background, they had Rex. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Who's Rex? I can kind of see everybody else. I pause on it, and Rex is the tower.
Yeah.
And I screamed in the comments. I sent it to you and screamed about it to you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you
Because
actually saw
so
that, but
the
like,
thing of it is like you sent me this video and I again, we are not really we're not very great at like divination. We know nothing about it much.
no.
We
And
don't
we
practice
don't
that.
practice it,
We don't
no.
practice it. But
But we do try to keep ourselves educated since significant people in our lives do practice
practice,
it.
yes. Just so I can get a better understanding of what they do. Um,
Right.
but however, comma, I even know that Rex should not be the tower. Like
And
it
you haven't seen anything with it. You haven't seen Clone Wars. You haven't seen Rebels. You only know Rex secondhand,
yeah,
really.
yeah. But I was like, yeah, this doesn't seem right. He shouldn't be the tower. And I thought because the tower is again the complete destruction of something to lead you to like rebuilding this a new path for yourself that's completely different than your old path. Sounds like fucking Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader. Like that's
Yeah.
Darth Vader's life. That's exactly what happened to him. And I was like, Darth Vader would have been a perfect character for the Tower card. And We just sat there for 15 minutes arguing like they did wrong.
Awful. This
Yeah.
is awful. Like,
It
and
was
some of them don't work. Like,
Some of
I'm
them
looking
don't.
at it.
But some of them, like the one that stood out to me the most was Rex being the tower. Because I was like, out of
Yeah.
all of them, that one does the one that did not make any sense. Like, why is he the tower?
And the
Even for me.
creator is just laughing at everyone about it. And it's just like, I don't know if you're just being an artist trying to get into something, which is, I guess, okay.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't know
kind
what
of
she's
like how
saying.
she had everything set up in the background, it looks like I'm assuming it's a she, I'm very sorry. Um, it seems like they're supposed to, or have like a very basic understanding of tarot divination. And they're just laughing, hey Kamo, laughing in the comments at people just raging about Rex being the tower.
Because I agree, he shouldn't be the tower. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense why he's the
Like
tower.
nobody agrees that Rex should be the tower.
Yeah. Nobody. And
I
then when
do.
asked, because like some people were asking, the creator was like, "Oh, for funny," because I know people will get mad about it, and I was like, well, if you knew that, maybe it
I
wasn't a
hope you
good idea.
realize that your sales for like actual like tarot divination purchases is gonna like plummet.
Yeah, I was
Like
about to say
people
because like there's
probably
gonna be collectors. Obviously, he's gonna want that. Who would like to have a tarot deck of Star Wars? Because again, you have so many characters to choose from, and so many that
to
would
a
fit the profile.
point.
Yeah,
I would agree to a point, but like if you're a collector and you're collecting Star Wars and it happens to be a tarot deck, you kind of understand the basics of tarot at that point, though. Is my argument, and it's like that one thing is probably what's gonna fuck over their sales really, really
I
bad.
think. Yeah, I mean,
But also, I think they intentionally are playing coy with it because we went to their Etsy
we
store
did.
and we looked through their photos. If you recall, we didn't once see Rex actually featured anywhere.
No.
They're intentionally hiding it.
Well, no. Well,
Well, yes,
was he? What? No, I saw him as a tower in their Etsy page. It was like
in
one of
their
the.
Etsy page.
Yes, here. I think it was one of their first. I did see it. I did see it. They're not hiding it. I do think though, but I do agree, like what you said, they're using this publicity to advertise for the actual tarot deck, which if you can see, like you can tell that's exactly what they're doing. Because no, even bad publicity is still publicity, right? Even the
Yeah.
haters like us. Well, to be honest, we're not haters. We loved everything else about it. It was just that one card.
Okay, excuse you, ma'am. I still have opinions about Chopper being
Oh
like
yeah, the
not in
woman.
the
Yeah,
swords.
that's true.
Period.
That's true. But
In
speaking of,
my personal opinion, Chopper should probably be the king of swords. Or a little fucking war criminal.
that's
No,
true. True. That
back
would have
that
been
up.
great.
Ace of swords.
Oh
Ace of swords.
yeah. Mm.
But yeah, no, like I'm looking at their Etsy now and I don't see Rex or the tower anywhere listed.
Hmm. Hold the phone. Well, while we're doing this and
Yep.
all this, um, the
Also,
Mandalorian.
they were saying things were on the light side or the dark side.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. Like, I hear that fun that. Excuse you, it's sun kissed, sir.
Yeah, we
Fun.
don't want any of that American shit.
Yeah, it's sun kissed. Sun kissed.
Oh.
Hold me back, Abby. Hold me back. Hold me back.
Well,
Hold me back. Hold my
don't do
purse.
it.
Hold my
Don't do
purse.
it.
Hold my earrings.
You got plans this afternoon, ma'am. You can't get
Oh, yeah,
arrested.
that's right. That's right. Anyway, some people who do not have a refined palates can tell the difference. I can't help those people. Hold back. Hey, say, oh, he tested me. He tested me, Abby.
You fucking short all the time.
I know. I don't think that's ever gonna change. I'm gonna be the
Yeah,
shortest.
no, it's not.
But I couldn't find it. I think you're right. I couldn't find it, but it was in the TikTok, which was weird.
It was in the TikTok, but it was quick in the TikTok too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was. But
Like
that
they were
was.
intentionally hiding it.
I don't think they were intentionally hiding it because I
Mm.
mean it did pop up. Like they were hiding like General Grievous and stuff like that. His was intentionally hid. I didn't know what his was, but
I don't
because I didn't know what his was in the TikTok video.
I think that was just where he was placed.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
he because all you
but
saw was like a window of this. You know, you see this
right, just
character.
to know that Grievous is in there.
Yeah.
But my argument is that we had Rex on top, and
Mm-hmm.
we kind of get a slow pan over the cards that are on one side of him, and then a quick cut over or pan over to the cards on the other side of him.
Yeah,
We
but it
didn't
was
get like a
enough to see.
slow.
Yeah, but it was enough for people to see it. Like it was enough that people saw it because that was one of the things. That was one of the main comments that people were saying was
Yes,
that
and
people did not like that he was the tower. But anyway, we gotta
because
we
he should be
spent
the
the.
knight of at least something.
Oh, I can see him being a knight for sure, or the ace for sure. Um, we spent
Or
30
at
minutes
least
talking
something
about
in
it.
the
That's
high
another
in
50.
the Arcana.
I have
He
to
should
be.
be in.
I have to move on. We have to move on. We've got to. Because we also have plans. And I want to talk about the Mandalorian
It's
finale.
not
So
my fault I
I
live an hour and a half away.
put the spoilers up. Spoilers! Blinking spoilers!
Spoilers!
Spoilers, everybody. Okay. So I was
Spoilers!
blinking the spoilers. Um, what did you think of the ending of The Mandalorian? Because, like, I know we talked about it a little bit last week. My husband binged the last few episodes because he hadn't had a
Okay,
chance to watch it. And he
good,
binged the
good, good.
last few episodes. And he said that it was an okay ending. But it, I guess because of something so grand, as grand as it was, it
Yeah,
didn't really have a grand ending. Does that make sense?
but that's the denouement, though. That like
I,
that's the resolution. It's like that's
right.
how it is. It's like you usually have like a really grand climax, a denouement, and then the closure.
Yeah.
It
There was
like,
closure, but it wasn't like
but I do think that it's supposed to be the series finale.
it
I
is.
think
I
The
think so too.
Mandalorian is finished with this, which is what I've been hearing rumors about since like episode 1 of season 3.
Mhm.
Um, that this was its final season.
I've heard rumors about that too. And if those rumors were true, do you think that it ended like the series ended as good as it did?
I think it ended like pretty decent,
You don't think there was any
honestly.
really? See,
Like
I have to agree with my husband in
I don't think it was as great of an ending as like season 1, but I think they were
yeah.
able to put a lot more effort into season 1 because we had 6 different directors season 1,
Oh,
and
okay.
we didn't really get that like glory and art collaboration like we did with the season 2 and 3. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
fine. Yes, it is a little weak. I will
That
give
yeah,
it that. We're used to very grand things, but it's like for what it is, and that's all Din wanted. I think it's fine.
so I agree to an extent like it
Yeah.
felt a little weak, but I think it was because it was pushing itself like setting itself aside to introduce like other upcoming shows. You know what I mean? It felt to me like I think Iron Man 2 felt to me. Like it was a fun movie, but it was like the first to set up all the other
Mhm.
heroes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it felt like to me, which is why
Which is
again,
fair because Din never wanted to be like the main character or anything like that. It's like they were pushing it a lot more in season 3. He's like, I don't want this. I want
Right.
to I just want to find a safe place to raise my child,
Mm-hmm,
my little
mm-hmm.
foundling. That's all I want. Um, they were pushing it more in season 3, but it's like he never really kind of gave off main character vibes.
What do you mean?
So he wasn't out to have fame and glory and to be known.
Mm.
He just did his job and
Right.
came back and took care of his um little clan.
Oh, right. Okay.
And it wasn't about self, it was about community.
Yeah.
And like his is all about community. So he didn't really put off this energy that he wanted to be the individual. He wanted to be a part of the community.
Oh, okay. I see what you're getting at.
So he didn't really ever give off, again, main character energy.
Do you
So
think?
he,
Go ahead. Go
like,
ahead.
I will agree, it's like the ending is kind of weak
Mm-hmm.
as a
Well,
Star Wars show overall, but I don't think it's bad.
I think it's more of if it is the ending again. If it is the ending of the series
Hmm.
finale, I think
Right.
that's what people were like. Maybe it was because of those rumors. Like if they announced it as the series finale, because they didn't announce it as the series finale. They only announced it as the season finale. If they
Right.
announced it as a series finale, I think people would have been more inclined to be like, well, this is actually kind of bad ending for a season, not season, a series finale because it's not like a
Hmm.
grand thing. I don't know, but then we come into a problem. Let's say it's not the series finale.
Okay.
What are you going to do? Like I feel like everything wrapped up so well, there is no point in starting another season unless it's for money. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, like, I think that it's a very, very delicate thing that they're having to do with this. And just hear me, I think
Okay.
you'll understand where I'm coming from because, like, again, this is why we have our podcast.
Yes.
It's a series finale, but it's not a character finale.
Ah, okay.
So we're
Explain.
not putting a hard end on Grogu and Din Djarin.
Yeah.
Um, so we're still leaving it open that we're gonna see them in the future, more again in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's become very clear that we're gonna have a lot of crossovers.
Oh
A lot
yes.
of crossovers.
I was about to say they've
Um,
already done that, like in the Mandalorian and other shows.
with
But
the
yes,
Book of Boba Fett, and I'm sure
yes,
we're gonna get it with Ahsoka some.
right,
Because
right.
again, I still think Ezra has to come in and be Grogu's Force teacher.
Mm. That is the hill you are going to die
I
on.
am going to fucking die on that goddamn hill.
You are. You're like, this is what's gonna happen. Damn it.
This is what has happened. Though honestly, I'm extremely like it's like I was wrong, but I was extremely pleased that all of my predictions did not come true for The Mandalorian, for season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Right. Because like, okay, first of all,
Because in reality, especially looking at the season as a whole, it's like my predictions would have taken away from The Mandalorian.
I want to ask as well.
Okay.
Okay, so here two things. What were your
Hmm.
predictions and how have they changed if they've changed?
I'll kind of give like a brief rundown because I know we did talk about it at like one point during Mando Madness.
Right, but this is a good
That
refresher. That's why I want to know
right.
cuz now that it's over, I
Hmm.
want to know if it has changed and what else you're
Oh
expecting
yeah.
to come from
Okay.
the show.
So everything I was basically was predicting was to happen in The Mandalorian, that there might be a possibility that it could happen in Ahsoka, but my predictions were
Mhm.
mainly focusing on happening in The Mandalorian.
Right.
So at the start of season 3, we're getting our kind of like setup, getting some information, and we see Mando jump through hyperspace very safely. with Grogu, and we kind of hang out in that scene for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very peaceful. It was very nice. It worked very well with the original seasons, kind of like just vibing in scenes and
Mm-hmm.
holding on scenes to just kind of give this like presence. But it's like me and my husband both were like, we're hanging out in hyperspace. We
Yeah.
kind of roughly know the timeline for everything right now. We're gonna get fucking space wells. We're gonna get fucking
Yeah,
space
that's right.
wells,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they're called Purgles.
Which are the
But for
cutest fucking names.
They're really fun. They're kind of ugly in Rebels because of the just like art
Oh,
style,
yeah, I was
but
gonna
they
say because it's animated, right?
right,
Yeah.
but they are kind of cute. Like in an ugly kind of way, they are kind of cute.
And what are they called again? Puggles?
Purgles,
Purgles.
Pergull.
Purgles.
Um,
It's so cute.
I
It's so
need
cute.
Build-A-Bear to like
Make a
have one, please and thank you.
an ugly ass Purgle, but it's also kind of cute.
It is also kind of cute. So
It's
like,
like it's so ugly it becomes cute, kind of cute.
so my conspiracy ass went into overdrive because back in season 2 we ended up having Ahsoka introduced and she's looking for Thrawn. Um
Yes, right.
for those who it's like I've had to explain it to you because you have not, your husband has not, y'all have not seen Star Wars Rebels.
No, we have not.
So Star Wars Rebels is set about 15 years after the rise of the Empire,
Hmm.
and then progresses through the destruction of the Death Star. Is
Yes,
what
yes.
it really is. Um, so we their Rebels' main like villain is Thrawn.
Yeah.
Um, and it's between Thrawn and Ahsoka esque, but it's kind of Thrawn versus the main character of Rebels is Ezra Bridger.
Hmm.
So spoilers, obviously, at the finale of Rebels, how Ezra ends up defeating Thrawn because Ezra's I think supposed to be about 18 at that point.
Yeah.
Um, and Thrawn's a grown ass man. He's an admiral, a grand admiral of the Empire, so he's a very like intelligent, a very like force to be reckoned with character. Ezra has been portrayed throughout the entirety of Rebels to be force sensitive
Yeah.
in the living force, which is with creatures and people and things like that.
Hmm.
So Ezra calls like a pod of Purgles to. Yeah, I know they're.
Sorry. The name itself is just like Purgles. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's cute.
It
It's
is
fucking
adorable.
cute.
How can you not think Purgle and not think that shit's cute?
Also, just for you, Purgles are a creature that can travel in hyperspace.
Yes.
They travel like how characters travel through hyperspace in ships. They can travel themselves through hyperspace. Um, Ezra summons a pot of Purgles to take himself and Thrawn and just yeet themselves far away.
Right.
He doesn't even like Ezra doesn't even really know where he's actually going to end up sending them. But Ezra tells Sabine when they're doing the debriefing before this, it's like, you need to come find me. You have to make sure you come find me.
Mm.
So Ezra yeets himself and Thrawn with the Purgles, but fuck nowhere.
Yeah.
Probably literally on the other side of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Who knows? So at the end, Ahsoka shows back up and is basically like,
Hey, I have to step out for
we're gonna
just a
go
second.
find
I'll
him.
be right back. But keep explaining.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
So Ahsoka shows back up. Time has passed. We see that there's a time skip from the end of that to like where we see it. And Ahsoka's like it's there to help find him. And so when we get Ahsoka looking for Thrawn in her introductory episode in season 2 of Mando, My theory is just like, yes, we are going to get fucking Ezra Bridger. I'm so fucking excited about this. We're gonna get fucking Ezra Bridger. Yes, 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 yes. Because we see that Ahsoka kind of like rejects being Grogu's teacher, which is understandable. There's an explanation. She's like, I can't teach him. I'm not a Jedi anymore. I don't take on Padawans. And so it's like, oh, cool. Like, we get Ahsoka. We're going to get Ezra teaching Grogu how to use the Force. That's going to be fucking awesome. I'm so excited for that. And then we get to the end of season 2, and we end up getting Luke. And I'm really disappointed in that. It's like, cool, fine, sure, whatever. But the
Are you
fact that
talking
it's
about
Luke.
like in the end of Mandalorian season 2 and Luke shows up and then
Yeah.
you were like, no.
No, it's supposed to be Ezra.
I
Because
remember that.
Ezra and Luke are the exact same age. Ezra was born on the same, like, on the day of the rise of the Empire is when Ezra is born. Luke and Leia are also born on, like, at the rise of the Empire.
I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought they were just younger. I never knew that. Okay, okay.
They're basically the same. There may be like a couple of weeks apart or something, but they're supposed to be the exact same age.
Crazy. Okay, I didn't know that. Interesting.
So it's like, no! And then everybody loses their shit after season 2 because it's like, oh, Kylo Ren from the sequels goes and literally kills everybody at Luke's temple. So that means Grogu ends up getting killed. I saw some people that are just like, oh, Grogu's gonna be like an adult at that time. I'm like, he's 50 years old and is still running around like a 2-year-old / 3-year-old. And since he's nonverbal, if you tack on like another 35 years, he is still too young to be like without like a caregiver. Like
I
around.
didn't realize they
a companion.
age progressively slow like that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Like at the start of season, like when we get to Grogu, we kind of see that he's like someone's like, oh, he's 50.
Oh my god.
Which would have put him at about 25 years old, like an infant, 25 years old, at the fall of the temple.
Damn.
Of the Jedi temple.
Okay.
So I kind of like everybody's losing their mind. It's like, oh, you're gonna kill off your cash cow because of this in the future. So that's why we get a little bit of retcon for 2 episodes in the Book of Boba Fett, where it's like we get that Grogu makes the choice to go back to Mando instead of staying and learning with Luke to be a Jedi. Because Luke is teaching like kind of a new age Jedi religion. So I'm like, yes, Grogu still needs to understand how to use the Force.
Right.
So he's still gonna have a teacher. So yes, we get Ezra Bridger being his teacher again. Fuck yes.
Yeah, you were like,
we get
this
back
is
to
the hope. This is my hope.
It's like you've seen my like emotional roller coaster like firsthand through.
I was about to say, I still remember when we talked about it the first time with the Mandalorian.
You had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. You're like, sweetheart,
no.
you're gonna be.
I saw the season 2 ending because I remember everyone's freaking out.
Oh right, course, because it was kind of spoiled for you.
Yeah, it was spoiled for me because I walked in and they were watching it, so it was spoiled for me. Mm-hmm. But I recognized like everyone was losing their minds, but I didn't realize the whole, oh yeah, Grogu would have probably died if they continue with that. And then the retcon. And then your newfound hope again. Renewed hope.
So it's like we get that, and I'm just like, okay, so we have Ahsoka still looking for Thrawn, so we probably have like Sabine also looking for Thrawn. So we could get Sabine, which is fantastic because Sabine is a Mandalorian. Sabine Wren is a Mandalorian. She's one of the 9 or 12 great houses of Mandalore. Okay. So, like, Bo-Katan is from the clan Kyrie's. Mm-hmm. Like, Sabine is also from another clan. So it's kind of royalty, but not really royalty. It's like old family kind of situation.
Right.
Um, but she is the one that ended up getting the dark saber from Maul in Rebels, and she did not know how to use it. So Kanan Jarrus, who is kind of a Jedi Knight, not really. He was too young to become a Jedi Knight while the Jedi Order was still around.
Okay.
But he is the Jedi teacher to Ezra Bridger. So he taught
Oh.
Sabine how to wield the dark saber, and that's where we get like a lot more Force lore with the dark saber.
Yeah, because
Like we get like
I know during Mando Madness, he taught me a little bit about like the dark saber.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um so it's like cool, we get in those two like retcon episodes for in the Book of Boba Fett about the Mandalorian that Mando doesn't know how to wield the dark saber. Cool, we can get Sabine in, we could get Ezra in, we could get Sabine in to help teach Din how to use the dark saber if he's going to be the Mandalore,
Right.
which is the ruler of Mandalore, their planet. Um, and then we get Ezra coming in and helping teach Grogu how to use the Force and be more mindful of the
Yeah.
Force. Um, because Grogu is shown to be fairly powerful, and as he grows into his force, like into the Force, it's the dark side is going to call to him, and he like someone does need to teach him how to be mindful of that. So
Oh.
I'm predicting that Ezra's going to come in, and I'm having all these theories, and I'm like, we may not get Ezra, like we may not get both Sabine and Ezra. We may get one or the other. Like we're gonna get multiple seasons of this. It's gonna be fucking great. None of that happened.
I know you were so excited because again, you were kind of sort of spoiled by reading, was it an IMDb thing of like who the potential actor for Ezra could be?
A little bit. So
Yeah.
more specifically, I'm just like, I'm hoping we get a live action. I'm hoping
Yeah.
we get this character. Like, I desperately want this character to become a live action character. I
Yeah.
wasn't predicting anybody else to really become a live action character. It's like, I want Ezra Bridger. I will be ecstatic if we get Sabine, but I need Ezra to be a live action.
Right, right, right,
And
right.
I'm like, it's got to be in Mando. It could be in Ahsoka, but it's got to be Mando. So I'm like, you asked me, it's like, when is Ahsoka coming out? I'm like, I don't really know. Let me go look it up. So I
Yeah.
looked it up to try and find a date. And I scrolled down, and I'm like, oh, hey, Hayden Christensen. And then it's like,
Yes.
I'm glancing to the side, and I see Ezra Bridger. I'm like, throw my phone. I'm like, I have no idea who his actor is. Don't know his name. Don't really know what he looks like. At least he's brown because Ezra is brown.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a
He's a
brown.
brown
He's
character.
a yep. He's a person of color. Um. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if he looks like him or not.
You don't want to even find out. You're like, this is
I
enough.
don't even want to find out.
I'm
But
treading
it's
very
like,
carefully. Yeah.
but we know that he's gonna become live action. So again, this is all episode 1 of season 3.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, oh, we could get him. Oh my god, we could actually get him from Mando. Um, but I think around episode 5, I know I'm pretty sure in episode 4 we get a character I didn't even hope to get in a live
Yeah.
action. And I'm floored by it. Like I was so happy to see him in a live action.
You showed me
It
him
was
because you were like, it would be impossible for like the design, you know?
right. And you like when I showed you, I'm like, this is the character. I was not expecting like him, period, in anything live action.
I
And
was
it
impressed, by
was
the way. Yeah.
the same. He looks so fucking good. Did I ever tell you who his voice actor is?
No,
Steve Bloom.
you're fucking kidding me. No, you're not. Really? Of
Yeah.
course it is. I shouldn't be surprised.
Like it like legitimately he is the voice actor in the animation, so they brought him back for the live action.
That's amazing. That's
Which
amazing.
like I can't tell you how fucking excited I am about seeing him in that for like the 2 minutes we got him for,
Yeah.
because he is implied to be a pilot of the New Republic, like a fighter pilot of the New Republic, which we're getting a show of, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
very excited, and I am hoping that we get more of him in that.
Oh, gotcha. See, there I feel like this season of Mandalorian is just setting up for every other show. Like I'm going back to what I said before. Like,
And you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
yeah.
And they're doing it subtly, because if you didn't know who that character was, you'd be like, cool, cool, we're getting more aliens. They're doing a good job with the aliens. It's like if you're familiar with voice actors, you're like, hey, that's a pretty big voice actor playing this like kind of throwaway character.
Throw away my
This is
ass.
very much for those. Like I was telling this to my mother as well back when I was still manic conspiracy theory about it. She's like, well, it's like you don't have to. I'm like, no, you don't have to. But it makes the show better if you do.
That's
If you watch
true.
Rebels.
That's true. And honestly, I feel like maybe it's just me. I genuinely think that because of all of the secret stuff with
Mhm.
these introduction of characters, especially Ahsoka, especially if you haven't
Mhm.
seen the animated series, because she was introduced as an animated character,
Mhm.
that it will get people going to watch the animated series. Like people are going to start watching that series.
Because it's a very it. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau have done a wonderful job with it. Up to a point, I will give them that. Up to a point, but they are doing a very very delicate dance of like creating something new and big that gets new fans and new
Yeah.
viewers to come in and enjoy it, but then having a very delicate dance of like introducing huge characters in it and making it work really, really good.
I can see that. Yeah.
Because it's like that's actually how me and my husband find like I've wanted to watch Clone Wars for a very, very long time. I
Right.
just never had the motivation or really like the time to do it. Like I tried to watch it when I was a teenager.
I watched a bit in like a few bits and pieces, but then again, I never thought that the show
It
actually
would be
will.
this big.
Yeah, not only will it be this big, I didn't think that like it would be as canon as it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like again, I thought it was just like how everyone else did. It was just a basic animated show for those who like Star Wars. Now
Yeah.
it has been integrated into this giant universe that you're going to have to like. I will have to watch it, and when I say you're
Yeah.
going to have to watch it, it's for those who haven't seen it yet. Like I,
Yeah.
even in the back of my brain, I know I'm not going to understand any of the later seasons of a lot of these characters because I haven't seen the show, and I want to watch it before Ahsoka comes out this year, which is coming out very
Yeah.
soon, because I know the
And
basic.
you will have to watch it. Like you don't really have to watch anything before Mandalorian. You don't really have to watch anything before the book of like you kind of have to watch Mando before the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, like the first
And you
season of
don't really
Mando.
seem to have to like we haven't finished Andor, but like you don't really have to watch anything it seems like before Andor. But like with what I've seen with Ahsoka, you really have to watch Rebels before you watch Ahsoka. And to watch
Is it
Rebels, you
Rebels or is it both Clone Wars and Rebels? Because she was introduced in Clone Wars, and I feel
so
like it would be
from
more.
what I am seeing, like because it's Ahsoka, you really should watch Clone Wars and Rebels,
Yeah.
but because we have such a huge cast coming in from Rebels, and that's kind of the time period that we're following from the trailer. Again,
Right.
this is all from just the trailer. You really do need to watch Rebels at the very least.
At the very least. Okay.
Again, from this initial trailer, from nothing else, because the reason, if we were just focusing on the Rebels cast, it's like, cool, you just have to watch Rebels, it's not that big a deal.
Mm-hmm.
But because it is Ahsoka, we see Ahsoka and Rex reunited after
Oh.
15 years. and they have always been portrayed as siblings. Though some people like to ship them, and I'm about to throat punch them.
Wait, ship Rex and Ahsoka?
Ahsoka, yes.
Oh, ew. Okay. I feel
And
like
like it's
okay.
one
I
of those
say
things
that
that
you
yeah,
because
it's kind of ew because it's like he's technically a grown man, but
that's
he's
what I'm
also no.
saying.
But hear me out. He's technically not really any older than 15 years old because he had
Oh,
accelerated. He had growth acceleration.
I forgot.
All
Yeah, you're
clones,
right. You're right.
all clones except Boba
Yeah.
and Omega had growth acceleration. But
Right.
he's still technically a grown ass man. So like, but they've always been portrayed as siblings.
What
It
if
is
they
a
do ship them
sibling
together?
platonic love between the two of them.
What if it doesn't happen? What if that will it
I'm gonna throw up.
Oh god, I was gonna say will it ruin the taste of because like again,
You
shippers
will
are on
know, like you will feel it in the universe that
I
it's
will
like,
feel it in the universe. The world will know my pain.
like you will know, ma'am.
I,
Like I will probably end up fucking calling you. Like I don't call. Like I'm a millennial. I don't call. Like I text and scream at her all
no,
the
no,
time.
no. But if it's something this big, you would fucking
If
call
it's
me.
something that big and I call you, you're like,
Oh, they fucked up.
they fucked up. What happened?
If I get a call any Wednesday that there is like a Mando episode after any Wednesday or any kind of show like that, and I get a call, I would know, oh, they fucked up, or
They
oh, they
fucked
did
up.
something great. Because it's one or the other. It's never anything like if it's in between. It's either
Okay,
something
if it's
really, really
great,
good.
I text you first. I
Yeah.
scream at you. I'm like, I gotta call you. If it's bad, I'm not giving you
Like
any warning. I'm
a,
just calling
I
you.
was gonna say a good example is the new Blade reveal from the Ahsoka trailer. That like the new color.
Oh yeah,
You
the
were
saber
texting,
color.
yes, the new saber, because you were texting me about that. You were like, "Wait, did I talk about it?" I was like, "Okay, we do need to talk about it."
It's like, but it's like I get hyped up, and you're like, and then there's something that hooks you, and you're like, wait, hang on now, I'm actually invested.
Yeah, but this is so. If this actually happens, you're gonna call me and you're gonna be like, "They fucking did it."
That's
They
if
fucking
they
did.
give us. That's if they give us Rex. I'm like my soul is hoping. I'm being really realistic about this.
Right.
I'm not expecting Rex at all. Like
Really?
honestly,
I feel like
but
okay.
I know. Like I'm hoping, girl. I'm hoping so fucking
I
bad,
think it's because
so
he's
fucking
so
bad.
beloved. Like I didn't realize how beloved this character is, and he's actually really, really beloved.
And like when you watch I will watch it with you, ma'am. I fucking promise. I will watch it with you.
You'd
You
sit
will
there and watch
understand
this.
what.
You would sit
Hi,
there and explain
Nasium.
everything. Hi, Nasium.
Ricey's struggling real hard to keep me on track right now.
Oh shoot!
But
Speaking of on track, we do have to end it soon.
I
We have a
know.
party, but anyway, keep
I
going. Keep
know.
going.
So with Ahsoka, we get characters I wasn't even hoping for.
Oh yeah.
Like Ahsoka, I'm kind of like, oh yeah, we might get Sabine. We're probably gonna get Ezra because again, it's like we're getting into Thrawn kind of territory, so we're
Yeah.
probably gonna get Ezra. Like I'm
Wait.
hoping for this.
Before
We
we
get Chop.
continue, hold on.
We
Before we continue, Nasiam, please keep me updated. His during my Sunday morning cartoons, his friend went into labor, so yeah, keep me updated. Post it in the Discord. I want to know. Anyway, keep going.
I'm well,
Yeah.
speedy delivery because we as women understand how long delivery can take.
Yeah, labor and delivery is yeah. Bless. Anyway,
Bless
keep
her.
going.
But yeah, no, like we get Chopper and Hera, and so I'm like, holy shit, we got like Zeb and Mando, like, who all are we fucking getting?
Yeah.
There is a strong possibility that we could get fucking clones in this. Because we get Tamura with Boba, who's technically gonna be all of the clones. Because he played Cody in Revenge of the Sith.
Mhm.
So realistically, I'm like, we'll probably get like Wolf or Gregor or somebody. We'll
Yeah.
probably get somebody.
So
I am praying to fucking God that we get Rex. I'm being really realistic about it.
I was about to say I think
Oh.
because of how cherished and loved the Rex is to the people he might. I feel like that there's a high chance that they will introduce him live action, but I think the problem is having to be able to what is it? Find the actor that would be able to portray him. You know what I mean? Like
It's
you're
supposed to be Tim,
Tim.
like tomorrow, who plays Boba, because it's like
Oh.
they're clones. It's
Oh.
like D. Bradley
Oh.
Baker is the voice for every single clone, like
Yeah.
every single clone.
Oh damn.
Um, um, and Tim voiced like D. Bradley Baker voiced every single clone in the Clone Wars in the shows,
Mm-hmm.
and, like Clone Wars, Rebels, like Bad Batch, like,
See,
everything like
even
that.
Nasium is just
Then,
surprised. Oh, huh.
so sorry, you probably did. I was also dealing with that spam. So we have Tim who voiced in the movies every single clone.
Mm-hmm.
So we get some clones in the Attack of the Clones, and we
Right.
get clones, and we get Cody. Like Cody takes his helmet off, and it's Tim. He is all of the clones in that. So we like with us having Boba Fett currently
Right.
actively in the timeline that we have, we could very much get more clones.
I see. Okay.
And we do get several clones. We
Right.
get Gregor, we get Wolf, we get Rex reintroduced into Rebels when they were on the run. So we could have it.
Oh, Nasium. Oh goodness. So I know you're at the like because we're nearing this. Actually, we have to end. We have 10 minutes. We got to say our
Yeah.
goodbyes. But you missed it, Nasium. We did talk about Thrawn and what the expectations are for the end of Mandalorian. I mean, again, I do think the ending was kind of mm, for a series ending. But I can also see like if that was just a rumor, then it's just a rumor because they haven't really outright stated it, and I feel like they would about something like that.
Yeah.
So, but I genuinely think that this season was just trying to set up the shows for all the like all the upcoming shows, as well as some of the characters that you'd see in those upcoming shows. But Ahsoka, I think, is the show. It's going to be the next big show. You know, the
Yeah.
Mando was huge, bigger than I thought. Than I think anyone ever thought it was going to be. Right. So
Yeah.
I think Ahsoka's going to be the next show like that. Oh,
I
go ahead.
my biggest hesitation is that I haven't confirmed it because again, like I when I got spoiled for that, I had to like hop off real fucking quick with Ezra. I still don't like it was initially stated that Robert Rodriguez is supposed to be the director of Ahsoka. I still haven't seen that. For whatever
Oh,
reason,
okay.
that bit of information has fucking disappeared.
Mm,
Honestly. Like, I can't find who the director is supposed to be for Ahsoka anymore.
damn. Do you think that's going to be bad? Shoot. Should we have predictions? Oh, man. I don't
I
want it to
don't.
be bad because I actually do like Ahsoka. Like, I really like
Same!
Ahsoka. Damn. And
Same!
and we're ending it off how we started. I'm glad that she's the high priestess because I feel like she
No.
would be the high priestess, be like calling out
Fair.
all these
I
motherfuckers.
can
You
accept
know?
that. I
Okay.
can accept that.
Yeah,
No, like,
because first of all,
legitimately.
high priestess are are the people who are kind of sort of accepted but can't really hear the
Hmm.
truth. Your intuition essentially, and she is
Hmm.
run like she is guided by her force intuition. She belongs to
Hmm.
the high priestess. Anyway, I keep bringing it back, but that was a good card for her, honestly. Um. Oh yeah, who are you? I didn't even realize the time.
We gotta sign off now? Okay.
We do. We have plans.
But,
We
I
got
see.
we got to do the plan thing, okay? We got to be
I
responsible.
see. I see.
Yes.
Um, I think there was like one other thing that I wanted to talk about,
I
just
know there
super
was a lot. Yeah,
briefly.
yeah, go ahead.
Um, I think it might have been about Ahsoka, but like that, like again, just like closing out though, like
Because I
all of my predictions
yeah.
did did not come true in like the best way possible.
Oh, you
Like
did mention
I
this
am
last week too.
pleased
Yeah.
that none of my predictions actually came true.
Do you think that? Because I know you said that you were pleased, other than the whole Ezra thing. Um, do you think that it's just hasn't come true yet,
Well,
or?
again, it's like again, my predictions were specifically for Mando. They could be manifested in
Mm-hmm.
Ahsoka, but for them to like, I was really projecting them for the Mandalorian. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm pleased that none of them did actually really come true for the Mandalorian.
For the Mandalorian, do you
For the
think? I
Mandalorian,
think it's like they gave you a taste of what's to come next in the next big show, like a
which
little
I'm
hint,
not complaining
a
about.
little drop of lore for
Because
you.
the Star Wars has always been super interconnected.
I just didn't realize how interconnected when I got in on this. Star Wars has been very interconnected, which is
Yeah, people are be bigger nerds than I am, Nauseum, because I haven't played the games or read the books.
oh, which I know we were supposed to talk about the games. Because I wanted to talk about like the the new EA game, the Jedi.
That was what it was. Callum, right?
Yeah, I think that's him. Like, how is he in all this story, in like the whole story? Like, I want to know how they're gonna
I don't
bring
know,
him
but I
into
don't
the
trust EA with anything.
that.
I used
Okay,
to play the Harry Potter games. I don't trust EA with anything.
I was about to say
Yeah,
you and I
thanks.
were talking about this before the stream because we wanted to have a chance to talk about it during this stream, but we knew it's probably gonna be impossible. How the games, like Knights of the Old Republic, 10 out of 10, a great game, but every other game by EA after that wasn't so great. Like the new
Because
Jedi.
EA was still kind of decent at that point. EA's gone to shit and back.
Yeah, and again, should be our final question before we leave. Do you think that Disney's gonna be like, listen, EA, you need to buck up if you're gonna boost this franchise? Because
Weirdly, hear
yeah,
me out.
okay,
I don't think Disney fucking cares about games.
you.
Like, honestly, I don't think they really care.
Oh yes, they do. If I know anything about fucking Kingdom Hearts, they sure as hell do when it's their property.
But
Like,
no, no, no. But those are the iconic, like, IPs.
well now,
Like,
but Star Wars
Mickey,
is now.
Donald, and Goofy are like the icon. Like they're literally the faces of Disney. Star Wars isn't really it.
It's. I
So
think it's
I don't
going
think
to
they
be.
care.
Yeah, Disney cares when a paycheck is on the line. I agree. I see because I think that if they're going to try and expand the universe, and they could do it with the games, by the way, if you're smart and know how to do it, you could do it with the games. Because Knights of the Old Republic was a part of it. I think some of the stuff that was canon in the games were in the show or something like that. I don't know. They integrated something. You could do that. But I agree with you. EA is not the company to do that with.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
EA,
not.
yeah.
I will
That was
admit the
Bioware, yeah.
trailers that I've seen look really, really good. But my husband has always been like, the trailers are always going to look good. Like when you actually get into the game, it's going to look like shit.
That's how we have the first Jedi something, not the
Yeah.
Jedi Order. What is that first game? We had the first game and we played it. Like both my husband and I played it. And it's janky as hell. Fallen Order. Thank you, Nauseum. It's janky as hell.
Yeah.
And like you had potential because the graphics, aside from it being kind of janky, like the overall graphics are good, but the gameplay aspect is too janky. It's better with the May 4th patches. See, I it's just I think it's because we played it as soon as it came out
Yeah.
and it just left a bad taste in our mouths, like for both my husband and I.
Do you think that it suffers from a lot of what, or like, I shouldn't ask this, especially when we need to be signing off, but do you think that it was suffering from what, like, a lot of modern games are suffering from, where it's just incomplete. It's released
Yes,
before it's even completed.
I hate that they do that. Yes, I think so.
I-
I hate that companies now are trying to churn out these games so fast without actually completing it and then saying, oh, well, we can just patch it up later at a later date. Because how long is that going to take? They did that with Cyberpunk 2077, in which case I played it when it came out. Like, I bought it. My husband and I, we were very excited about it because we love Keanu Reeves. No hate to Keanu Reeves. You were fantastic in the game.
Yep.
But it was also janky as hell. Like it was like really really bad. And we stopped playing it for a while. And we're like we're not going to play it until they fix the game. There are several patches later and then now the game is playable, right? But it's like it takes so long for them to keep patching and fixing these games when why can't you just take your time, get a good game instead of leaving it like a bad taste in our mouths.
Yeah.
And I that's how it is. I feel like maybe I'm a little. No, I'm not. Fix your games. Give me a full ass game that you actually completed, please and thank you. Anyway, we're gonna end on that note. Who are you?
I am Abmikiri. Um, you can find me on Twitter at mikiri.com or at Mikiri. I don't have a website. um, I have kind of started streaming. I have not been regular at all about when I stream. In reality, I've only streamed once.
I was about to say, I'm just glad you're starting. I'm just
eh,
happy that you're starting. Join
I
us.
need to sit down with you and Chelsor at
I
some
was gonna
point
say,
and
join us in this hell. We can try and forge it together.
try and get like my system running because it was still dropping frames really bad like
Oh.
when I was playing golf with friends.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Yeah, we can help you with that. No problem.
Especially after Chelsea helped me.
Hmm.
Not as bad, but it was still dropping them pretty bad.
Hmm.
But yeah, who the hell are you, ma'am?
I am a bowl of ricey. Hold on, let me type it in the chats. You can see me streaming now, Fridays through Sundays. New stream schedule. Um, 7 p.m. Fridays Central Standard Time, and then Saturday and Sundays at 3 p.m. But I also do a little segment called Sunday Morning Cartoons, in which we are
Yeah.
watching Jackie Chan Adventures, which I'm loving, by
Yeah.
the way. I
We
am
told you you
loving.
would.
I am loving it. Like it
We
is.
told you you would. We knew you were gonna love it because it's just right up your alley.
It is, and
It's
of
so
course
up
I
your
love
alley.
Jade, and of course I love like. So not gonna lie,
Hmm.
the big baddie, or I
Uh-huh.
should say now I'm in season 2, so there's big baddies, are
Oh
very
yeah.
well designed.
Yes.
They are so well designed, and I am impressed. I have been
They're
impressed.
very tropey for the time period, but they're still
Obviously,
really
but
well
I love it.
designed.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's tropey, but I appreciate the tropiness.
Right.
I like
It's
the every.
tasteful tropey.
I'm just here for Toru. I love
I
Toru.
love
I
Toru.
love Toru. He's amazing. Great. And I also love Jade. Jade is the
He
queen.
goes through some like really great like character development.
He's so we got to the part where he's learning. He's the new apprentice for Uncle, and he's
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
it's just great. It's just great. I'm loving it. Anyway, you can find us there.
We'll
Or
do an episode where it's like you talk about it.
I would love to, because I already have several things I'd like to talk about from the show, and I'm only on season 2, so great show. I can't believe I haven't seen it. I would have loved it as a kid. Like that would have been my show as a kid. I'm surprised that I hadn't seen it.
Well,
Um,
yeah, now you see why like our chat and myself blew up at you about not watching it. It's like,
yeah,
how did you miss it?
the fact that I was bullied. Now I understand. I understand why you would bully me. I'm just like I
Yeah, we
would
bullied
bully
the
me.
fuck out of you.
I was like I would bully me too. Just watch it. Jade is tiny and extremely tedious. I can see why you relate to her. I relate to Jade a lot,
You
and a lot
do.
more than just those ways. I fucking love
Absolutely.
Jade.
And she's really clever too. Like when she
I
has to like be like still and actually like think about it, she is really good at it.
she is the literal brains of the whole thing. Like she finds all the
Because she's
loopholes. She
the
would have been a
only
great
fucking
lawyer.
woman in the group.
Yeah. She's dumb but smart. That's me. I'm dumb but also smart. I am a mix of both. And I appreciate that about her. Anyway, who are we?
We are. I was about to say, I'm at Mickey Reed. We already know that. We're What's Your Opinion podcast. You can find us at What's Your Opinion 10 on Twitter and let us know what your opinions are. Man, we were supposed to update our bingo card today.
Oh, that's what we were supposed to do. We'll do that next week.
We're gonna keep saying that until December.
I know. We're gonna try our best. I'll write it down somewhere. I'll write it down so he'll remember.
That's the biggest lie an ADHD person has ever
I
said. I'll write it
know.
down.
I'll write it down. Hopefully we'll remember.
You can give us your opinions there. We'll eventually get around to the shit we keep talking about. Snow White and the Seven Drawers, our bingo card. Like,
Yeah.
shit.
I genuinely
We
forgot
won't
the
keep
bingo card.
hyper focusing on Star Wars and Moon Knight and Call of Duty.
But maybe.
You can also find us here at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, giving our opinions in the most chaotic way we can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys next week. Stay safe, and yeah, that's everything, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 7 Chester drawers, didn't you know?
7 drawers, if you will. Yeah. Have a good week, everybody. Stay safe and all that. Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.